Hi guys, for today's video I have my foundation routine. I'm going to be taking you step by step how I do my foundation pretty much every day and talking about products I love for my acne prone and oily and textured skin. So if you want to see my foundation routine, keep on watching. So first things first, I always start off with my Smashbox Primer Water. This is my second bottle of this. It's just one of my holy grail products. Although I do have oily skin, this is an awesome and oil-free and really refreshing way to add some hydration back into my skin because even though I'm oily, it's still important to hydrate your face. Now I'm going in with my e.l.f. Mineral Infused Primer. This is a new love of mine, but I find it works really well for controlling my oils. Some other honorable mentions for primers are the Maybelline Baby Skin, the Smashbox Photo Finish, and the Nivea Men Post Shave Balm. These are all awesome for controlling my oils and just to kind of fill in my pores and control the texture on my face a little bit. So with my primer, I like to start in the T-zone where I get the most oily and my foundation would break up the most and put the most product there and kind of spread it out towards my cheek, my forehead, and down my neck. For foundation, I'm using my Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. As always, I'm in the shade 125, and I love this foundation so much for covering up any acne. It's really full coverage, and it lasts all day on my oily skin. Another one that I really love is the Maybelline Dream Velvet. This is kind of the soft matte hydrating foundation. It's kind of like a gel but moussey whipped kind of formula. It really reminds me of the Tarte Amazonian clay. So I'm taking that much of the matte and poreless on the back of my hand. You really don't need that much for this. A little bit goes a long way. Like I said, it is pretty full coverage, but I do like to work in sections. Keep in mind this foundation, if you do go out to use it, dries pretty fast to kind of a powdery matte finish. So you do need to work fast and in sections. And I'm blending this out with a Morphe M439, which is just a big dense foundation brush in patting motions. Now when it comes to color correcting, I would typically do this before foundation, but I forgot, so I'm just going to throw that in right now. I'm putting this on any blemishes or redness kind of like around my nose. Sometimes I put it on my nose and blending this out with my finger. This is the Maybelline color correcting stick concealer. Mine's pretty old. I should probably get a new one, but I really think it does the job and you don't have to go get an expensive color corrector. Again, I'm just going to be finishing up my foundation and I will come back when I move on to concealer. After I'm done blending out my foundation, I just like to look up close in a mirror to see if there's any streakiness or any patchiness or spots that I missed and blend that out nicely. Moving on to spot concealing, my favorite for spot concealing is the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is in the shade 10 Light, I believe. Again, I'll have everything listed down below. Instead of applying more foundation, I really just like going in with a little bit of a spot concealer on any blemishes or marks that are showing through just to avoid cakiness with extra foundation on top, and just blending that out with my finger. I find that keeps the concealer full coverage so a sponge or brush doesn't soak up any product, and it covers my pimples or redness as best as possible. For underneath my eyes, my favorite is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the shade NW20. It's about a shade or two lighter than my skin tone. Some other ones that I really love are the LA Girl Pro Conceal, the Master Conceal, and the Maybelline Better Skin. These are all awesome concealers and stay put on my oily under eyes. So I really like the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer because it is kind of a thick, drier formula, so that dryness will definitely help control my oils and it won't break through as easy. I feel like the thinner, more liquidy concealers that I've tried have been a little too radiant, a little too luminizing for under my eyes, and tend to look oily and break up a lot faster. So I really love this MAC one, and the other ones I mentioned are a lot more affordable. Definitely go for one of those. The Master Conceal is a great dupe for the MAC Pro Longwear, and I'm blending this out with a little tapered brush, my Morphe G2. You guys know I use this all the time, and I absolutely love the way it blends out my concealer. When it comes to powder, I absolutely love the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. It's basically the only powder that I use. It's so amazing for my oily skin. I really have been loving the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder as well, the one that matches my foundation. I really love this to keep in my purse and kind of blot my face or even setting my face. It works amazing. So what I'm doing here is taking this little Real Technique setting brush and putting the Laura Mercier powder under my eyes, and also packing it on my T-zone a little more densely because, again, that's where I tend to get super oily and the oils break through first. So packing it on kind of prevents the oils and prolongs the time until they peek through. So this powder, again, is absolutely amazing. It stays on all day, it prolongs my makeup, and it just feels so soft and smooth, and it doesn't have any flashback in pictures. Again, it's just amazing, and if you're oily, I highly recommend having this. As for the rest of my face, I use the same powder just with a big fluffy brush and kind of just swirl it and pack it around the perimeters of my face. I do like a lot of powder, but that's just personal preference, and just for my skin type, I do feel like I have to pack on the powder, and I honestly don't mind. This powder doesn't feel heavy or anything at all. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it helpful. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and don't forget to subscribe. Make sure to go check the description box for all the products that I talked about, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!